That NFL schedule is out, but now it's time to talk about some predictions for each division. Today we land on the AFC West. Are the Los Angeles Chargers ready to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs? We're going to talk about it, discuss some other teams in the AFC West, but y'all already know you got to hit the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Stevo. What's the word, big dog?
Yo.
But hey, if y'all tuned in with us today, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Stevo, last year we seen the AFC West shape out to where the Kansas City Chiefs won the division again. I think that's like 6 or 7 years in a row. Crazy work. And then the Los Angeles Chargers finishes second, with the Denver Broncos finishing closely in third, and the Las Vegas Raiders finishing at the bottom of the AFC West. But the question is, do you feel like the Los Angeles Chargers are ready to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs?
I mean, they got all the tools to go into battle and combat them as best as possible. Like you seen everything they added on with already they had, minus they lost Joey Bosa, right?
Yep, they cut him.
Yeah, they cut Joey Bosa, so minus that, but they regained Mac. Everybody on that D line besides Bosa is still there. Everybody on the defense is still there. And then you had a pretty decent offseason, gained a couple acquiring players on that side. You had a very productive draft. So like, yeah, can they do it? I don't know. That's the thing. It comes down to the coaching and the players, and it really comes down really to the quarterback, my boy out of Oregon, Justin Herbert. We seen like a different style again, with them having a new coach. This would be the second year with John Harbaugh. And we seen a different type of play style with him. We know that since Justin came into the league, he's really been throwing it all over yard. 5,000, 4,000 here, 5,000 there. But now he's playing more conservative, which is I feel like him playing his best ball. But when they came to the playoffs this year, it just wasn't good. He was getting his ass whooped. The line wasn't holding up. But now they didn't shore up some things now. So it's just all about the QB play and how everybody plays up around them. But are they ready to take over? I don't know. It's up to them. But it's hard to say if they're able to take it over to somebody that's been beating this damn whole conference for 3 years straight. Not even 3 years, 6 years straight.
Yeah, the real, bro. It is crazy because Justin Herbert's all-time record versus the Chiefs is 2-7. 2-7. So to get over the hump, hey, you got to start beating this team mighty fast, because I think that the first game of the season for the Kansas City Chiefs is versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But I think that is very, very important to look at what they have done and say that they did a hell of a job. You look at the Los Angeles Chargers, they pick up Najee Harris. Then you draft Omari and Hampton. So your run game should be potent. No more waiting on I think they had like Gus Edwards back there and Eckler back there at one point, but those guys kept sustaining injuries. You had J.K. Dobbins back there as well this past season. And then you go out there and you improve your offensive line again by going to get Mekhi Becton, former Philadelphia Eagle. So you made some improvements. Now it's just all about putting it on wax. And I'm a believer in this, Stevo. You gotta show me that you ready.
Exactly.
I can look at all the offseason additions. I can look at the draft picks. I can look at, you know what I'm saying, how well y'all played and how good of a season y'all had this past season. But what the facts is there ain't nobody stepped up to the plate in the AFC West and has beaten or taken over the division from Kansas City. When they lost Tyreek Hill, that was an expectation that the Kansas City Chiefs would have a drop-off. They won a championship. Once Rashid Rice went down and he wasn't available this past season, they went back to the Super Bowl. So it's like, bro, I get it. I love everything that the Los Angeles Chargers have done up until this point, and it is year 2 for Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert as a marriage. But y'all got to show me y'all ready to take down Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and them Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm with you. I don't know. It looks good, but I'm gonna just say they ain't ready yet. You got to show me first.
That's all I'm saying. And especially against a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. We can't definitively say with anything like the the Raiders can go get fucking Tom Brady tomorrow. Randy Moss can get new ACLs yesterday, and they could go get goddamn Saquon tomorrow, and we wouldn't even be able to say they'll be able to win or take over this division. That's just how the way the cookie crumbles with football. When you build a consistently good team, they stay consistently good for years to come. We've seen it with the Chiefs. We've seen it with the Colts. We've seen it with the Patriots
Mm-hmm.
with a multitude of teams. Like right now we're starting to see it with Philly as well. So like when it comes down to it, if you're down rooted and did everything correctly during the dirty work during the times where people ain't watching football, that's when you can really say you can take over the team because
Yeah.
you didn't did the work, you got the hardware, and you got the consistency behind it. Once you develop that, that's when we can say, yeah, it's time for you to take over the the conference. Because even when I wouldn't even say when the Kansas City first won the championship in the Andy Reid era, we were saying like it was theirs to come. We were still looking at other teams.
Yeah. I agree with that. You was definitely still looking at him like, all right, Andy, you got your first one. Now what? Patrick Mahomes, you been there before. Now what?
All
But
right.
now it's like, yeah, you can damn near kind of just bank on that they going to the AFC Championship until somebody knock them out. I know that the Bengals had they 1 year and then they started talking about them. It's Burrow head and all that stuff. And then yeah, Patrick Mahomes rose back up to the occasion and put belt to ass. So yeah. But Stevo, question about the Kansas City Chiefs, man. There's been a lot of questions about like how the offensive line let the Kansas City Chiefs down in the Super Bowl. In the draft, they did go out there and they pick up Josh Simmons. I believe they made a couple moves during the offseason. I know they re-signed their prime offensive lineman to that. Do you see the offensive line still being an issue in Kansas City, bro?
That inner line, like that. I my only thing is like when you look back at the Super Bowl, yes, they went up against a hell of a defense, but we all went back to the same thing. They only said 4. So yeah, I'm kind of still worried. Like yeah, I'm still kind of worried. Like it's one thing if you're going up against a dominant 4, yes. So I get it, but at the same time, as a coach, and it wasn't like Andy Reid wasn't trying things. He was having both of the running back stay that back and block. We seen Trevor even Travis even block at times, bring in another tight end. It didn't work. So I can't say definitively that I'm confident in their O line. Now against other teams with the abilities that Patrick Mahomes have and the some talent that they have on his line, will they be able to make it through the majority of the season against certain teams? Yes, but when it comes down to the playoffs, are they going to have the same issues? I will be shocked if they don't.
Yeah, I think that these guys, I think, yeah, I'm with you right there on the money, bro, because you know that in the start of the season, all O lines, they're gonna take time to really, really mesh and gel simply because of the offseason workout. And most teams, they don't want to go out there and put their offensive lines through a bunch of rigorous stuff early on because how often these guys are banging into other defensive linemen and going through different things on each and every down. So you ain't gonna really see an offensive line gel right away unless this has been a unit that has been together for years. And with some of these new additions, hey, it's gonna take some time for the Kansas City Chiefs O line to get right. And to your point, the Eagles was only sending 4, and it was ugly. It was ugly. I
It
did
was
not
terrible.
imagine that they was gonna be getting their tail whoops by halftime like that. So you
That
look at the Kansas City Chiefs and I say, all right, y'all better get y'all stuff together. Otherwise, you're gonna be missing out on another championship. See, Stevo, I think we both can agree that the Kansas City Chiefs have missed out on 2 Super Bowls due to their offensive line being piss poor.
Tampa Bay and this last one.
Yeah.
And,
So
and, and the thing was, it was less of a problem. It was kind of like how I said, like Tampa Bay sent, he was sending everything at his ass. It wasn't
yeah.
just sending for. Plus, Villa was a fucking problem as well.
Right. Come on now.
Levante David was having a game. Forget Devin, the linebacker, his
I
fast
know what you're
ass
talking
was,
about.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was going everywhere. But when it came down to it, they wasn't just sending folks. So like it's like you saw the start of that problem there, and they still didn't finish it. And then you see why it cost them their second Super Bowl in this last one because of that.
Facts. Now let's talk about the Broncos in this. Bo Nix had a solid season this past season. Ended up finishing third in the division. I feel like he had a solid season. And then you see the Las Vegas Raiders. They go out there, get themselves a Pete Carroll, and you go trade for Geno. You go and draft Aston Gency to add to the offense that already has Brock Bowers. We do understand that the team still need a lot of work over there. But what are your thoughts on the Broncos and the Raiders right now when it comes to competing within this division?
I mean, the Broncos is going to be better than the Raiders for sure. Like
For sure.
just because I mean, they didn't really do that much in the offseason, but they everybody pretty much coming back, and they got a couple new pieces. So, and especially, I think they got the edge when it comes to coaching, and I think they got the edge when it comes to the quarterback. I think they got the edge when it comes to the defense as well. So, especially with the add-ons, they got the defense, and then they drafted pretty well as well.
Yeah.
So like I think without a doubt, like they're probably third if or fighting for two if possible in this division. But the Raiders is kind of like you don't know. You don't. I don't think they're gonna be that good because one new coach, new quarterback. You gotta run a game. So and it's not like you got nothing to work with. You still got Brock Bowers. O line a little. Defense a little. You got your main dude back with Max Crosby. You got a couple pieces over there, but it's still some holes over there. So, like, yeah, I expect them to be a fun team to watch, but I expect them to have some peaks and valleys for sure. More valleys than most anything.
I agree with you on that. Just to provide context for the Broncos, bro, they drafted Jade Barron, that's cornerback out of Texas, picked up RJ Harvey, who a lot of people was high on to help support that
Mm.
running game and like that. And then they drafted Pat Bryant out of Illinois and added Savion Jones, an edge in that third round. And then they helped their defense tremendously. They went and signed Hufanga. They picked up
Mhm.
Dre Greenlaw. They picked up Evan Ingram. So those are really good players that you added on to a team that we
Especially
feel like is
Greenlaw.
already good. Yeah, Greenlaw, that's a leader that you want in your locker room, and that's a guy that you want to have on your defense, especially for battles like this. But I think when we talk about the Las Vegas Raiders, bro, I think they still like a year, two out. Like,
Three.
right, yeah,
Not
they
not
got
no, not even that. Like they got there till they get their fucking quarterback. Honestly, because that's where it starts. That's when the time starts. Like that's when the realistic time starts. The productivity. Because one, we don't know who they gonna get. Two, when it's time to get that quarterback, we don't know if he playing day one. We don't know what they're gonna do. So it all depending on when they get that quarterback for the future. And they don't got him yet. So I can't even say they're a year or two or three or four away.
because they only got Geno for what? I think they got him signed for the next three
Yeah,
years.
3 years, right?
That's it. But then what? That's the same thing we were saying when they made the move. He's like, okay, good for now, but then what? You know what I'm saying? But you
That's a good
still,
bridge. But yeah,
yeah, they'll still have some time to go ahead and find an additional quarterback within the next draft or so, and then hey, let him sit. You know what I'm saying? See what the succession plan is for Pete Carroll, because I don't expect Pete Carroll to coach past 4 years personally, and you can move forward on that. And hopefully, they already got somebody in the building that's already being groomed and mentored by Pete Carroll, so he can come over and take on the reins. So we'll see what's up with
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm gonna watch from afar with that one.
My man said he gonna watch with a stick.
binoculars. What you talking about?
But hey, to end the show, Stevo, we got to put it on wax. How you think this division shape out 1 through 4?
Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders.
So pretty much the same thing as last year.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you either, though, but I'm going the
I
same
wouldn't be
way.
shocked if Broncos take over too. I wouldn't be. That just mean that mean Bo really like that.
Yeah. I'm going with you, bro. I'm in agreement with you here. We're pretty much saying that the Chiefs gonna win the division again unless the Chargers really like that and they ready to take the reins. But you're gonna have to snatch that if you ready. The Chargers finish at number 2, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos finish at number 2. I wouldn't be. But for right now, before we even see any type of games, I'm gonna go with the Chargers at 2, the Broncos at 3, and the Raiders. You just got to be at 4. And that, bro, this division is loaded with good head coaches. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Jim
It's
Harbaugh, Sean Payton, Andy
incredible
Reid,
name.
Pete Carroll, God.
Old ass niggas, but yeah.
A bunch of granddaddies over there.
Granddaddy in that mother, the granddaddy division.
Yo, the real, this the granddad division like a mud for
That
sure.
motherfuckers, all them niggas still doing Oklahoma drills till this day. Get on the line.
Oh, the real, it's crazy. But hey, Jacob Pone in the building. He said, "Yo, Bobby folks and T Grizzly folks, what's
I'm
the word?"
Unplug your goddamn tire, nigga. Take your spare too. Or your ass gonna be stuck in the house, nigga. Keep playing.
Hey, that man said Justin Herbert got to show me because he's an elite regular season quarterback and a piss poor QB when it matters.
Can't be.
He got to be better.
You really being real Phillip Rivers right now.
Bro, hey, the Chargers curse? No.
You might as well move that motherfucker back to San Diego at this point.
Oh, the real, hey, a lot of people. I think they started some type of petition to try to get him to come back. They ain't going back, y'all. They ain't going back. It's too much money out there in LA.
Nah, it's too many. Every time you look over there, motherfucker. Is that Ghana? Is that is that fucking Vanessa Hudgens in the stands? What the fuck is you? In that motherfucker on the side of the club by the field drinking a martini.
No, the real groovy as hell.
Yeah, I gotta go to that stadium one day. That shit look raw.
It do look raw, don't it? Crazy. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all. Stevo, you got anything left, bro?
Now we which one what North?
We want AFC North next. We talking about the AFC North next, and just to give y'all a little sneak peek, I'm not gonna be nice to the Steelers. I'm not gonna be nice to the Steelers because y'all bogus.
Y'all stupid bogus too.
Yeah, that too, bro. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of NFL Central, man. Leave your feedback, comments, concerns down in the comment box. Let's chop it up about today's topic. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And y'all already know, man. Make sure y'all always love football. We appreciate y'all. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.